Hey, yo, what's up?
Hey guys!
I am your girl wishing on gems, total exposure's visionary.
I'm Ms. Chromes. I'm one of the event managers based here in London.
And my name is Jaisha, and I'm also one of the event managers, but I'm based right here in Birmingham. Thank you for joining us. We're so excited.
We have been away for like way too long. I'm sorry. I've totally missed the Thursdays, you know.
Innit?
It was always my gear up to the weekend.
It's true.
It was the vibe. But we are back with season 4.
Season 4. We're back in the house.
100%. As we say, guys, welcome back to our show. Thursday night, 9 p.m. The place you need to be. The new Friday. Total Exposure live. We are in the building, or in our buildings, however you want to put it. I want to kick it off with, we've been off for 6 weeks.
Yep.
A quick recap. Our last show was our 1 year anniversary.
Mind blowing.
That was an event in itself.
That was just an experience as a whole, man.
It was.
17 artists back to back. I mean,
yeah, crazy. It was a crazy night. We enjoyed it. We had a hell of a fun of a time planning it and the execution of it. The dope artists and guests that we had come through on that day, our dope sponsors for that day. It was just a whole vibe. And guys, if you are watching it and you didn't catch that show, go to Total Exposure UK on YouTube. Click the link, right? Go watch it. Go vibe with us. Thank you, guys and girls and ladies and men and whoever, aliens and
everyone.
Those out in
Just
space.
all of you.
We just thank you. We thank you. So we've been off air for 6 weeks.
We've been busy behind the scenes.
We've been real busy.
We have been.
We
like,
have
there's
been.
a whole rebrand. Everything's clearer now.
Yeah.
You get me?
To the logo at the top, to the logo at the bottom.
Yeah. You can see our faces big and broad in the back right there on the screen.
You know it's us.
You can.
We're your hosts.
Exactly. And if you haven't realized that we have rebranded, go over to our Instagram, which is at Total Exposure UK, and go check it out over there. We've got our link tree up there, so you can catch everything on there. Our YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify. Have I missed anything out? Instagram. You can find everything all there. And it's right there on the bottom of the screen, thanks to our tech guys in the background, just putting it up there for us, the team. Thank you. So, what's been going on? 6 weeks. We want to know in the comments, what have you guys been getting up to? What's been happening? What's new in the streets? There's a few things that's happened. We've been let out a little bit. Yeah. What you guys been getting up to since you can eat inside now? What you been doing?
I'll tell you one thing, what I've been doing. I've been enjoying the sun.
Nice. Me too. I got a tan.
I think I've got a tan on my forehead.
Just a little one.
You look like it. It's nice. Has everybody else been enjoying the sun? Let us know in the comments. We like to engage with you, so let us know. Have you been enjoying the sun? Have you been out to eat? Have you been in them beer gardens? What you been doing? Getting them cocktails? What have you been doing?
Gonna say that. What you been sipping on?
Rooftops and that, get me.
Yeah, what you guys doing? Have you been to the cinema? What have you done? A topic of discussion, whilst everyone's letting us know what they've done in the comments. Send them comments through. I have been catching up with a few things on social media.
Ooh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, blue therapy. Blue therapy.
Here we go.
Everyone's talking about it. I want to know, what's your thoughts?
So I would say my thoughts is that it's fake. And if they are real couples, the truth has been exaggerated so that it plumps it up. a bit more. But I do feel like they're talking about real issues that happen in relationships.
Yeah.
They may not be couples, or they may be couples.
Who knows? Yeah.
However, it is like real situations that happen, and then like the pandemic has happened, so it intensifies a relationship at that. So
Yeah,
it was kind of interesting to watch.
okay. What about you, Cindy? Any thoughts on it?
It's just a load of pasta, isn't it?
We got Butch Cassidy in the background. He says it's pants.
I mean,
I love Butch, you know.
I'll be honest, I haven't sat there and watched the whole thing. I've seen
That's
snippets
cool.
on Instagram where people have gone crazy over certain clips on Blue Therapy.
Mhm.
And even I'm like, huh? Like, just behaviors. I'm a bit like, I don't know where that comes from. I don't know what influences them, but I don't know.
But you posed a question earlier about it. I can't remember what you said there.
I know, I was in my thoughts. Yeah, like why do the clip with the woman, and she was saying that everything needs to be done for her along those lines.
Yeah,
I can't remember what.
That? So basically, she was basically saying, "Oh, you need to buy my Gucci purse and my Hermes, because I can buy that. I can provide that for myself. You need to be able to do that." But he was also saying, "I can buy you that, but you have to be patient with me because I'm trying to save for a mortgage."
Let's be real, guys. Like,
materialistic thing or an asset. What are you gonna choose?
Forget the materialistic thing. Throw that in the bin.
It's short term versus long term.
Okay. We've got Butch Cassidy who's joined the conversation. Our DJ in the house. Welcome, Butch. What have you got to say on the matter?
Hi, everybody. I hope everyone's well. I know it's been 6 weeks. Did you say it felt longer? It felt longer. Hello to everybody watching, and yes, I want to send a big thank you to everyone that came down to the live. That was amazing. Very quickly before we get onto this topic, that was just one of the greatest nights this year. Absolutely loved it. It was brilliant. Blue Therapy. Right. I'll keep it short and sweet. Yeah, I won't go into it.
Okay.
It was totally believable for the first 2 episodes for me, or at least 1.5, right? Okay. Not that I watched the full episodes. I just got into it, and I thought, okay, I get it. I see where it's going. But then there was cracks because people started saying, but wait a minute, she's from Black Chat and he's from this and she's from that and this is that. And then you find out that the producer is the producer from Black Chat, and then the therapist woman is half a therapist but not really a therapist. And then by the end of it, 2 days ago, the guy's come out and goes, oh, that was one of my first acting careers. I was just acting. He's come out and said that he was acting. So everyone was building up all their, hopes and everything else that it was real. He's come out and said he's acting. The producers did a very good job because it suckered a lot of people in. It worked. I ain't gonna lie. Hats off to new media, in the sense of how you engage people and whatever. That's a tick box. He got I can't remember the guy's name, but he got that done perfectly. But then to find out that all of that emotion and everything else was just an act, I don't know. I don't know, because it pulled on people's heartstrings. If you saw the comments, people were losing their minds for the comments. There was, oh, why can't a man do this and why can't women do this? And people were going for it. So again, media-wise, well done. Well done. What an experiment. Absolutely brilliant. But entertainment-wise, nearly there. You nearly got us. That's why he had to come out at the end and say that I was acting. It was an acting job. You know what I mean? Otherwise, why would he do that? Why would he come out and admit that he was acting?
They lied at the first point. They lied when the woman said that it was the therapy session weren't going beyond the 4 walls.
My thing was, I didn't watch it from the beginning when it came out. So I saw, as Cindy said, I saw clips of it and I see people putting it out, and I didn't feed into it. And I think it was on episode 5. Someone said to me, have you watched Blue Therapy? And I was like, no. And they was like, oh, you should watch it. And I was like, I've seen clips of it, but I haven't been interested to watch it.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were like, just watch it. I was like, okay, cool. So I started from the beginning. I didn't watch like episode 5. I went back to episode 1 and I started. But from the beginning, I could tell that it wasn't real. I hadn't seen the comments before. I hadn't spoken to, apart from that day, I hadn't spoken to anyone in regards to it. But from the beginning, I could tell that it wasn't real. But my thing was, it wasn't for it to be real. It was to string up conversation. And as Butch said, evoke emotion and let people think about the different scenarios that happen within relationships. So I never really thought it was a fake or real thing. Like, that was the importance of it. My thing was showing 2 different sides or different types of relationships that are happening today.
Yeah.
And that's, and I had a few conversations with like men, and they've said, oh, well, I've been able to see myself in that person and think, I don't really like that character. I don't really like that type of person. And I'm like, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So I think it wasn't a case of whether they were real relationships, whether they were actually with each other, but a case of making us think about our actual own relationships and how we
for some people though. For some people took it in. Some people really took it in and picked a side. I was very.
Agree. That is what media does.
Emotional manipulation, I think it's called.
Yeah. And to me, it was job done. When the other couple came out, I can't remember who they were. Everyone just went, nah, you lot, you know what I mean? Everyone just fobbed them off very quickly. Yeah. But the first couple, it was a journey. It was definitely a journey. But to me, as I said, because I remember her from Blackjack, because I watch, I try to keep up to date as much as I can with the Blackjack, because they do touch on subjects that I wouldn't say older person, but I like some of how to see what the next generation think about topics that my generation were talking about in our day. And now it's another generation, and I want to see how they the men and the women that are chosen to be on the panel, to how they deal with the same situation 15 years later, 10 years later, what I mean, what the mind frame is and so forth. So that's why I don't mind a good debate, a good a good discussion and differences of opinion, because I think it's good. It's good. It's healthy.
Yeah.
I actually saw a meme today, when it said something along the lines of, you guys have asked for black reality television shows, and that's exactly what you've got, and now you're complaining.
I saw that too.
I saw not that real.
Meme too. I didn't see
that.
I saw that.
I didn't see that, but you know what? If that's what the meme said, then cool. You know what? It's a fair point. But then there has to be levels to it. There has to be levels to accept it, because it came out nearly feeling like it was true. Whereas if you knew it was made in Chelsea or whatever it is, or Essex, whatever they're called, they're just scripted, shoot on the fly type things, and people react to things. You know what it is when you get it. You know what it's about. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas this actually looked like a couple that was plausible, that was realistic, and you nearly got swallowed in. So that's why I said hats off to them. They nearly cracked it.
So I ask a question then: is that our fault or the director's fault? Because they did what they did, innit? It's our fault in terms of how we took it in. Do you think that?
I don't think anyone's the fault. I think if anyone's moaning about it, they've got the wrong gist of the story, because the gentleman has come out and said he was acting. We all know now, at the end of it, that it was directed by someone who does those discussion type shows, and it is what it is. I think just take a chill pill. Let's say this is step 1, phase 1. Let's see what else they can come out with. It could be the only way is whatever. They could come out with their own thing of it, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is, lifestyle, or they could start doing their own thing. And I think they're very, very close. If that's the level and the quality that they came out with and the uproar that it caused, well done.
Yeah, definitely.
Well done. Job 1. Well done. Definitely. You know what I mean? But then the other side of it, though, is how do you tackle the comments and the things that you're invoking in people, and the differences, and the you know, the differences of opinion and so forth behind it, because I think that they then need to not close it down. They don't have to be the definitive answer, but I think that, like, maybe that's where, and I'm not saying that you need to be connected, but then that's where the Black Chat crew could come in and discuss what's going on and kind of, you know, pros and cons and weigh it up or whatever, and just leave it. Because I think it's a lot of discussions, you know, even in my family groups and whatever else, people were posting it. How can a man say this and how can a woman say that? And she's not thinking about the future. He is, and this, that, that, and you know what I mean? And the whole going to the amount of sex between them and him not wanting to touch it. That episode caused problems. It did. Problems. But hey.
Boy.
Wow. Well done, Trend Central.
Yes.
Yeah, well done, man.
Doing it. Hats off to you. And I think I saw on one of the videos it had got 2 million views.
Yeah,
so people are talking about it. People are watching it. It's evoked conversation and thought. And keep doing it. If we want more Black reality TV, so keep doing your thing.
Yeah,
especially British
keep doing it.
100%. So yeah, wow. Butch, we did ask the question. We've kind of been kind of going into normality. Have you done anything? Have you been up to anything? Have you been out to eat? Been on the road?
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I went out to eat, right? I'm not gonna say where, obviously for legal reasons, but I've got to say this half going out to eat thing is not a pleasurable experience. Put it that way. I found this half-hearted thing just. I work in the leisure industry a lot, and it's been a part of my DNA and my makeup to understand what a visitor expects and requires in coming to your establishment.
Yeah.
So me now then going out after being locked down for a while and then going out into the, you know, the world, quote unquote, and going back out, the experience was just disgusting. It felt like a concentration camp. It was, you can't do this, you go that. Do this, do that. Don't do this, but stay here. Take off your mask, but don't take off your mask, but sit on your mask, then code it. But if you go to the toilet, put on your mask. Don't put on your mask. Take off your mask when you're at the table. Don't do this, don't do that. Sign in here, blog in here, do this, do that, do this, do that. I should have stayed at home and order Uber Eats and done.
100%.
And I think not being funny, and I understand businesses have to try and survive and so forth. And I get it, I understand it. But not being funny, and it's not the cliche customers always right. It's not that. I'm on about the visitor experience. That's something that a lot of companies and brands need to understand. As much as you think that you're putting on a package, is how that person is you know, taking on board your package. And I believe that the standards are being squashed. You know what I mean? Especially if you have memories of how it used to be.
100% agree. 100% agree. I think we've had like a similar experience. Myself and Gemma.
Yeah. But we've done high end, and we've done like TGI Fridays, and I'd say TGI Fridays was the worst experience ever. Worst.
I think
the computer picks your seat for you. And we had a dodgy table. And instead of moving us to the booth, which was clear, the woman fixed the table, but it was still dodgy. And gave us some dead drinks, and the food tasted like oven. And it took her 45 minutes to approach us to get our order, which was terrible.
Basically, on the lines of the typical, I see you, but I'm ignoring you.
I think just I just think the level of everything, customer service, food, attention to detail, it's just gone down.
Everything
has just gone down.
It has. It's not it's if this is supposed to be the new norm, I'm done. I'm finished. You can
Literally.
keep it. You can keep it. Not on it. The places will not. I'll just order online. You know what I mean, and try and make sure it's the right place that's bringing me the food and done.
Yeah,
'Cause
like your
going
candles at
outside-
home.
Experience. I have had a great
Huh?
experience. I went to a high-end restaurant and the man tossed my salad for me. I was so impressed.
Excuse you? Pardon? say that again.
It's true.
I ordered
Can you
an
say?
aromatic duck salad, and when I tell you, I just thought he was just gonna bring it to the table, but before he served it to me, he tossed it, and then was like, "There you go." I was like, "Oh."
Literally. So it
And
seems
there we
like
go.
you have to be paying big money to get just your normal standard customer service. So
Actually,
yeah.
where have I been? I've been to Oaxaca recently, the one in Stratford, and they were quite quick with their service. Can't lie, so I give it to them.
But I don't want it to be quick. I want it to be an experience. Even
Yes.
if it takes a little bit longer.
No, but like I weren't waiting for like 45 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh.
it was like decent service. They introduced themselves to us on the table, you know, asked us if we've been there before. Do you know what I mean? So
Did they force you to wear a mask in the restaurant?
no, I was sitting outside in the sun.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, let us know in the comments. What has your experience been? Have you had great experience? Are you happy to be out? Do you think it's gone back to normal? Do you think this is the new normal? What are your thoughts? Guys, if you haven't done so already, please like this video, subscribe subscribe to the Total Exposure UK YouTube channel. Follow us on all our social media platforms. As we said earlier, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Did I say Facebook? But we're everywhere.
Twitch.
We're on Twitch, and we're about to hopefully start some things on Twitch. So
Good.
Stay with us.
And I also done a little private bar session. Now that was great.
Oh,
With the drinks.
That was great. It was table service only, so it was groups of tables, a lot of birthdays, and just to get back out. No one was dancing, but just to have that vibe of light music, people singing along, you know, nice tables, and just greeting people and saying hello, and you ain't seen people in ages, and so forth. That was like, oh yes, we're back type thing. Even though it was only for a couple of hours, that was good. And you know, playing a bit of music and watching people's reactions and so forth, it was good.
So would you say that's a better experience than going out to eat and going to like your normal restaurant and so forth?
Yep. The restaurants, I'm saying it now, the restaurants have to be careful.
Yeah.
They have to be careful. They really have to. They really have to be very, very careful in what they're. I understand your hands are tied, but it doesn't mean your quality has to drop.
Yeah,
you really have to look at what you're doing and how people are coming into your establishment and the experience you give them while they're there. Keeping up with the law. I'm not saying to you to break the law. I'm just saying, just think about what you're doing. Just think about what you, and also think about your staff, the amount of hours that they're there. You know, they've got to. We feed off their energy. If they're tired, masked up, and they've constantly got a mask on, they might be lethargic. They might be, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Rotate the staff. Rotate the staff a bit more. Make sure there's a different person there, so it's got a little. You know, anyway, they didn't pay me anyway. Our consultancy. What do you mean?
I would pose a question: what's here to stay in, and what's getting cancelled in the whole restaurant experience?
Restaurants are getting cancelled on the whole.
Restaurants
are getting cancelled.
Yeah, but Uber Eats and Deliveroo and all of that, that's encouraging obesity. I'm sorry. The amount of times I've ordered Deliveroo and this right here, so it needs to go. I need to get my exercise.
You can't help that you're a foodie. You're a foodie.
And the experience isn't the same. So, like, if I was to order something from Wagamama, it don't taste the same as being in the restaurant. So,
Oh yeah, that's true.
one thing I do like is that you can order from your table. You don't have to talk to anybody. It will just come to the
Yeah.
table. That's one thing I would say that's here to stay. But the rest of it is cancelled. Standing
And you
up.
know what?
Going out to eat is not only just the food arriving, you're with company. And if two people have been upset by the experience, they're not really concentrating on, the night and conversation and everything.
True.
They're more upset that they've been treated a certain way. It's not feeling right. And they're upset with the powers that be and so forth. And then they moan and everything else underneath. And
Yeah.
it throws off the vibe, and then you have to try and bring them back round. So that's why I say it's all about the visitor experience. They have to really, really concentrate on individualism, because you can't blanket it. You can't treat everyone the same. If you do, then what I mean. It's that thing, when you have a family with kids, then you treat them a certain way. You get the kids crayons or whatever and so forth and whatever. And then if there was a group of young teenagers, so to speak, or whatever, then that they might be a bit rowdy, so you put them in a corner so they can be loud and have fun or whatever and whatever. Don't forget those things. Don't just, you can't sit there because that's reserved. You can't do this because that, you can't do that. And you're not even in the place yet. You can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, can't say that, don't breathe here, don't breathe here.
Literally.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
We've got
So anyway,
I was going
it's
to say,
not a personal experience anymore. Yeah,
we've got interaction with people from New Zealand. I wonder how their experience is.
Very true. Yeah, across the waters.
Let us know, guys.
Yeah, let us know, Uwe. Hey, what's up? Hey, Mark Wagner.
Hello, guys.
Thank you for joining us. So, guys, we have some great guests on our show this evening. I'm excited. I'm just excited when I see new and hear new talent, or someone I haven't heard before, someone breaking into the industry, just dope talent on the whole. I get excited about.
Yeah.
So not only am I excited to be back on the show today, but to have some great guests on with us. One of them being a returning guest to Total Exposure, not to Total Exposure Live. So she's been on our physical platforms before, and we're excited to have her on the show with us this evening. And we've also got a newbie with us who's never been on any of our platforms.
Nope.
And she's a young soul. This is what I'm excited about, seeing young people do their thing, right? Because sometimes there's not enough out there. We're not shouting about our young people enough sometimes. And I'm just excited about it. So, Cindy, do you want to go ahead and tell us about our first guest?
I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I cannot wait to bring Leah on. But our guest tonight is our youngest guest we've ever had on our show.
Yep.
She's 15 years old. She started modeling at the age of 5. She's also been in music videos. Just to point out one in particular, So Solid Crew video when she was 6 years old. She's got her own single on Spotify called Tempo. Listen, this girl's just gifted. Let's bring on Leah.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
Hi.
Welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. I was enjoying the sun today, to be honest. I was just like having a nice time out in the sun. It was a bit cloudy today, but the day before was better. But
It was. I agree.
It's really good.
You know what? It gave you a chance to catch a breeze and refresh yourself for the next for the weekend, I should say. Because it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super hot.
I did some summer shopping and stuff to like get some new clothes because I was running out of everything. And I was like, no, I need shorts and stuff. And I was like, I was stressed out. It was getting too hot, and I was like, I can't be wearing jeans anymore to everything. So I went out and got some shorts and stuff. I was happy about it.
Love that.
Yeah.
So, Cindy mentioned a few things about you. You've done modeling since the age of 5. You were in the Soul Salad video. Is that the infamous 21 seconds video?
No, it wasn't that one. It was UK Hot with It. I was like that little girl that was at the end of the video. That was me when I was younger. When I had like really long like curly hair and stuff. And I was really happy because it kind of made me feel like, oh yeah, like this is where I'm meant to be. This is my place. Like I'm meant to be here. I'm meant to be in this music video. Like my face is meant to be there and stuff like that. So it kind of like inspired me in a way to like want to go on forward and do that with my life. But then it was also like I met so many people, and it gave me confidence to like socialize with people and talk to people. So I met Mega, and I also met Harvey and a few other people. I can't remember their names because I was quite young, but it was just all over like just an amazing experience. It was really cool.
No, that's dope. I like how you said you had that feeling like you're meant to be there.
Yeah.
So how old were you again? 6 years old?
Oh, when I did that, I think, I was 6. I was 6, yeah, I was.
So being 6 years old and thinking, I am meant to be here. That's like, some adults don't even feel that sometimes. Like, even some adults don't even recognize when they're supposed to be somewhere. So literally, they be like cruising through life. They don't even know what's really going on. But yeah, you can have that feeling at 6 years old. And then you've continued on with it, and now you transitioned into a young teenager and you're doing your thing, you're doing your music. So talk to us about that transition, how you went from doing the modeling and finding yourself and your voice.
Wow, that it actually took me quite a while, because from when I was little, I was very out there and I was putting myself out there so much, and I was always socializing with people and talking to people, and I kind of like, I took a break from it and going to school and seeing people, and I kind of transitioned into a person where I grew shy, and it was actually from me like moving to America, because I moved there, and at first I felt really out of place, because obviously being in London and living in England, it was like I felt comfortable here, and then moving there I was really shy at first, and then I would never like talk, and I'd always be like that quiet one, and then I started to open up there, and I went into a talent show and I won that in one of my schools. I think it was just before I left elementary school and before I transitioned into middle school. And so that kind of boosted me, and I was like, oh yeah, like I want to get back into modeling. I want to keep moving again. Like I want to start dancing. And then I started doing cheerleading, and I started doing track, and I started going out and seeing people, and it boosted me. And then I moved to a different part of America, Orlando, Florida, and I went to a Boys and Girls Club. And going there, it was like I was opening up, and it was like a safe place for me. And they gave me so many opportunities. So I was on one of their calendars. I modeled for one of their calendars, and I was the face of that. I can't remember what month I was. I was one of the summer months, because that's like my good luck kind of thing. And then they asked me to sing the national anthem for like one of their performances, like one of their really big gatherings where they would have like fundraisers and things. And I was like the main one that they'd go to, because I was singing and I was dancing, and they heard my voice, and it was crazy, and it boosted me up so much.
Was that the first time that you'd actually performed in front of people, or had you performed previous to that?
I performed before that for the talent show, but then doing it again for the fundraiser, there was like almost over 100 people there. And it was really nerve-wracking, and I was so nervous, because obviously while being there was still a lot of people that were judging me so much. That it was like oh no, because I'm from England, they know I'm from England, like I can't be doing this, I can't be doing this, like, oh my God. And then I did it, and it was just like so nice, because after I finished, everyone was clapping and whistling, and I was like, oh, I did it. And like that just helped boost me more. And then I returned back to England, and I got back in contact with like a few people, a few friends. Like I started applying for modeling agencies, I started track again, and I started like building myself up. And then we kind of made, my mum and I made like family friends, and we found out they had a studio, and I was like, oh, that's awesome, like can we go there, can I try singing on like a song? And that's actually when I created my first song. Like I made my first song the moment I stepped into a studio, and at first it wasn't anything big, it was just like a kind of like freestyle thing. And I was like, oh, it's okay, don't worry, like it's not going to go anywhere, it's just a little like freestyle kind of thing. And then I was like, everyone was like, yeah, you should like release this, like you should make this a song, like this is sick, this is awesome. And I was like, is it really? I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that I could do that. And so I kept going back to the studio, and I was working on it more and more, and I was building up on it. And then I added like ad-libs and melodies, and I was like, I didn't even know I could do this. And then it came to the part where like I released my song, and then ever since then I've just like been writing and opening up to people and getting to know people, and meeting new people like Cindy and Rhymes as well. I met Rhymes, and I was like, oh my God, that's awesome, because I met him through my uncle. So it was like a really big thing for me. So that's kind of like how I slowly transitioned from like being confident to shy, and then confident again. So I was like, built it up.
Big up your Uncle Tiny.
Yeah.
So Leah, I know that you said when you came back to the UK, you started going to the studio. So when you started going to the studio first, was it intentional? Like you knew that you wanted to go into sing, or you wanted to make music? What was your first thought in terms of going to the studio? Why did you want to do that?
At first, it wasn't like oh yeah, I'm going to make a song, I'm going to go further with this, because at the time I was focused on school and my GCSEs, and I was doing dance, and I had so many things going around. It was like going into the studio, I thought, oh, maybe I could like release some emotions, I could let go of something, like I could just let it all out and burst out. And then I went in there and I spoke about emotions and things that I was feeling, and it just kind of made like something, and I was like, oh, okay then. I was like, nice. That's nice. And it just kind of helped me, like it was kind of like if I go into the studio, it's just like just fun, like I'm going in there to have fun, to like be me, and it kind of went from there, really.
So there was no pressure, so you could really, as you said, be you, because you were just going to see what happens. I like that. That. Well, who are your musical influences? Who do you love listening to?
Oh, so wow, there's a few. So my mum kind of like raised me up on like, no, I wouldn't say old school, but like kind of like R&B and slow jams and kind of things like that. So I look to Mary J. Blige, Sierra, I kind of have like not so much Beyonce, but a little bit Beyonce. Like she's like my cry songs, that kind of things. Like like when I'm like getting over a boy or something, I'd be like, listen, or something like that. Let it out, and I'm like like that kind of thing. Like so those three, and then Missy Elliott, she's amazing.
Yes,
like
Missy Elliott.
Love Missy Elliott.
I'm also like kind of like a Biggie fan. Like I'm a little like Biggie fan.
Who isn't?
Chris Brown. Not so much Drake, but a little bit Drake. And yeah, as soon as he
why not Drake?
Okay, I kind of like lost love for Drake as soon as he let out that Hotline Bling thing. Like I was like, who are you? I was like, what are you doing? This isn't Drake. This isn't like. I was like, I'm used to like the soft one, the nice like smooth one. Then it's like dancing and stuff, and I'm like, huh? I'm like, what? And then he came out. I can't remember if he did one dance before or after that. But then I was like, okay, there we go. We're getting there again.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I was like,
Back
here
to
we
my
go.
old Drake.
Yeah. that's
Nice.
them really. But those are my like inspirational people.
Nice. A question is asked. You said that you're a big fan of Biggie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tupac or Biggie? Which one?
Oh God.
I know it's a big question. It's a big question.
Tupac's nice to look at, but
He is.
but I'd say like more so I'd say Biggie talks more of like the real stuff and the things that actually like that he fully went through. As much as Tupac like would like talk about that, it would be like more of anger more than like the real kind of thing that I'd hear in Biggie. So I'd say Biggie, definitely.
Okay. Let us know in the comments as well, guys. Who is your favorite, Tupac or Biggie? We're going to ask you some more questions, but before we do, Leah, let's get into a performance. Let's hear your beautiful voice.
Okay. I'm going to be singing the song that I made, Tempo. Okay, I'm just going to start it. Yeah. Da, 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 da. I don't want you to fire with me, we can take it slow. I don't know if you wanted to get me, no. I don't want to go too fast, but we can take it slow, slow. I don't know the vibe, but we can go where you wanna go, where you wanna go. We can take it fast, we can take it slow. I don't really mind where you wanna go. If you want, we can switch up the tempo. I don't really mind when the music flows. I don't really care where you wanna go, as long as I'm with you. And everyone thinks time just looks at us like we're just immortals. We're just immortals. I don't really mind wherever you are. I just wanna make sure we're not far. I don't mind if we switch up the tempo. You know we can vibe and I'll just go where you go. If you want, you know we can switch up the tempo. No, we can vibe and I'll just go where you go. Go, we can take it slow. We do what we can, switch up the tempo. I don't wanna go too fast, but we can take it slow. Tempo. There you go.
Thank you. That was tempo.
Thank you.
So tempo.
Where can we find that track, Leah?
It's on Spotify, and I think it's on like all social media platforms. Like it's on Instagram. If you like go to the song bit, it's streaming everywhere.
Nice.
Have you done a video for
And
it?
it's on YouTube as well. Pardon?
Have you done a video for it?
No, actually, I haven't. I haven't gone that far
Ooh.
yet, to be honest.
Is that something that you would do?
I think I could I feel like yeah, I could, but the way that I'd image it in my head, like the way that I see the music video going is like I don't know, so like I would just have it very calm. So like I'd be sitting there and not many people would be around me and I'd just have like everyone vibing together. And it was just yeah. I would do a music video, yeah.
Well, if you do, we'll be looking out for it.
Definitely.
Well, I absolutely love tempo. So big up yourself, Leah, on that one.
Thank you.
Seriously, for your first track as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? First track,
Mm-hmm.
you did really well.
You've got rhymes in the comments saying Leah killed it.
Jeez, come on, Leah. You also wrote that too.
He was like,
Yeah, cheering away, got hearts in the crown jewels limited.
Molly says, that's my girl.
Hey,
Yeah.
Alana, big up my little sis.
We love it.
Yeah,
The
well, love-
support.
Yeah,
Aw.
you got a good
We
support
love
system,
The
man.
support.
Yeah.
Guys, if there's any questions you want to ask Leah, put it in the comment section below.
Please and thanks.
Have
Where do
you
you see yourself in the next year, Leah? Because you're going to turn 16. That's a bit more freedom. It's different. It feels different from being 15. So where do you think you're going to take your music?
Well, I write a lot, so I could see myself doing more music and releasing more songs because what I always think is my emotions, like I struggle to like put them out. One like the ways that I release them is like dancing and singing and writing. And that's how I release everything. So I mainly feel like it will just kind of depends on what happens because depending on what happens to me depends on like how I feel and what I write and how like my emotions portray everything. Because in that moment, actually, I think I liked someone or something like that. Like I think I was like,
You think?
Or you know.
okay, I liked someone. Yes, I did. I liked someone. And it was like my way of expressing my emotions and how I felt was through music. And I heard the beat and I heard the melody and I was like, that's how I feel. Like I don't even have words for it, but that is how I feel. Like yeah, like and I was like, okay, so if this is how I'm feeling and this expresses it, if I just say it how it is, then it will just get out. So if I'm, I don't know, say like emotional one day, I'll probably like write a whole song, like verses and choruses, and then I'll probably get like a random like beat on it and then I'll sing over it. And if I feel like it's like good enough to release, then I'll do that. But at the moment, like going into 16, I'm mainly like I would say I can see myself still doing music and still like going forward with music. But at the moment, I'm not really like that much, like I'm very focused on it, but I'm kind of just like vibing with it and stuff.
So no collaborations in the water, maybe?
Pardon?
No collaborations, maybe, in the water?
There is a collaboration actually with Rhymes. I wrote a hook for he sent me a beat and he was like, yo, can you write a hook for this? And I was like, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Because I heard it and I was like, oh, this is nice. I was like, this is nice. I like this. And, the guy sent me something and it was like, there was a guy on it before and he was like, oh, just like use it for inspiration. And I heard the guy and he was talking about like liking a girl or like showing her signs and her kind of not catching on. And I was like, I can relate to this right now. Like, I get this, I feel this. And I was like, okay, how do I feel right now? I was like, okay, come to me, like, give me signs and stuff. And it just kind of like flowed on from there, really. It wasn't like, it just like, yeah. So going on with that, really.
How do your friends feel about what you do? Do you have other friends that do music? Are your friends quite supportive in what you do?
So my friends, my friends are like, no, because you're saying friends, and I'm like, I don't actually have that many.
Even if you have one, I don't have that many.
My one main one actually commented, Molly Bolton, that is my best friend, and she supports me through everything, and she has my back. Like, when I go to like the studio, she's like, you're gonna be amazing, like, just let everything out, like, you're gonna be awesome, I love you, and you're great, and you're amazing, you're gonna be so successful, I'm so proud of you. And I'm just like, I love this girl. I'm like, oh my god, like, she's so supportive, like, I love it. And then on top of that, my family just like pushes me up and makes me want to do it. Like, my mum all the time, she's like, you're amazing, you got this, don't be nervous, like, I'm so proud of you, like, you're gonna do great, this sounds amazing.
You got Summer in the background.
Like, I'm so happy that like my family and everyone supports me, and so like, yeah, they're all really supportive. Actually, I've had a few friends actually in the comments. So my cousin, my best friend, and a few schoolmates have actually commented. It's mad.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's really exciting.
Have you been able to do live performances? So I know you spoke about the one when you were in America. Since you've been back in the UK and you've released this track, have you been able to do any live performances?
No, I haven't done any live performances, actually. I haven't. This is actually the first time that I've sung like my song for people and stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, I was actually really excited, to be honest.
No, you should be.
Yeah, I remember when we had the conversation. He was like, I'm down. I'm up for it. I'm like, okay, let's go. Do this. And now you're here.
Definitely. Yeah. So what would you like to see happen with your career next? What?
Next, obviously, I have the collab. Can't speak. The collab with Rhymes, and then after that, I'll probably just keep writing, keep going to the studio. I'm thinking of doing a few more collabs with some other people. Just really like pushing everything forward and just making it all happen. Really, that's my main like.
You're so ambitious. I love it.
Yeah,
love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that confidence seeps through.
Natural.
Speaking. Yeah.
Natural.
Don't let anyone take that away from you, because the ability of networking as well and speaking to strangers. You're doing what some adults can't do.
Again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're doing bits. Doing good.
I can't wait to hear more from you, because starting at 15 is like when you're at your most creative and you're forming your ideas and your opinions. So can you imagine what she's going to be when she hits 17,
25
18,
even, when you're looking at
21? Yeah, going to 25, and you've molded the person who you are because you're already strong and confident.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear your writing ability as well.
I write a lot. Like right now, I think I have about 5 songs in my songbook. Like, I keep this little book that I got, and I every time like I'm feeling something, like I'll write it down, even if it's like a letter or something like that. Like, I will find a way to convert it into a song. It's just like everything that I think of or feel, I just write it down. And it, like, yeah, one day I feel like I could make an album or something of like everything I've ever felt.
You're gonna, I can feel the energy, boy. You're gonna just go and do it. Like, we're here. We're all for it. We're all for
it. Definitely. Well, thank you, Leah. Thank you for chatting with us. Thank you for your beautiful performance.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to see more from you and what you do. And especially now, as hopefully we're going into this transition of being able to have more live performances. We would love to have you on one of our Total Exposure shows. So we will definitely keep in contact with you.
Yeah.
Guys, if you are watching with us and you're rocking with us, go and follow Leah on Instagram. Go listen to her music. Her details are right there on below on screen. Follow on Instagram at Leah Grant 15, or you can find her on Spotify as LAEH.
I also just want to say, like,
connected, guys.
yeah,
just to make
it's like
aware.
a weird symbol thing. It's like that. I also would say thank you to like Daniel. I don't know if he's watching, but he's the one that gave me the beat for the song that I did. So I just want to say thank you.
Daniel.
Wait.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for
It's been a
blessing us.
pleasure having you, Leah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on. And we can't wait to see what more you do.
Don't worry, we'll keep in touch. Keep us in the loop.
Definitely. All right, bye.
Have a great night. If you want to keep watch us interact with us in the comments. Can't get my words out today. Interact with us in the comments and keep watching. We've got a beautiful guest coming on next, so stay with us.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You can find us on all social media platforms at Total Exposure UK, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. I haven't forgotten anything. And everything is down on the
I think you did well there. I think you were all right.
No, when you literally go through them.
Let us know that you like what we're doing by pressing the like button. Like.
And not only that, let us know if there's anyone that you'd like to recommend or forward and you'd like them to feature on the show. Let's go. Let us know.
Yeah. Overall, let us know what content you want to see on our show. Do you want to know more about the guests that we have on? Do you want to know about us? Do you want to know more about Total Exposure, the business? What do you guys want to know? We are interested to hear from you. So hit us up on our social media platforms. Oh my gosh, Leah, she was just like such a breath of fresh air.
Literally, literally, such a.
I remember when I was 15. So long ago. Yeah. I mean,
I was 15 years ago. What?
Mine's coming up to the 17 year.
Mine's past that, but we ain't gonna talk about that. No one cares about how old we are.
No.
Age and number, baby.
Yeah. I still look 20, so it's cool. Guys, let us know in the comments, what age do you feel? Not what do you look, not what age are you? What age do you feel? Who cares about what age you are? Apparently, age ain't nothing but a number. I still don't know how I feel about that whole concept, but apparently, age ain't nothing but a number. What do you think?
Depends.
It's what the people say. Depends on the context. We like it. 21.
That's Leah's mum in the chat. I feel 21.
I like it.
Hey, Summer, trust me, don't even look your age, girl. Yeah.
Wow.
You feel 12. How? You know what?
It doesn't matter how. You don't need to know about the ins and outs and why and how. We just want to know how old you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love it.
By the way, Dewey can sing. I'm putting him on the spot. He can sing. And when I say he can sing, he can sing. And he also sings gospel.
Ooh.
Look
at us with that Jesus.
It'd be really interesting to have you two sing together one day.
Who?
Yeah, you.
Like do a duet.
No.
Yes.
Duet.
Guys,
sing.
Don't let this woman fool you. she can sing too.
I do not
Do a
sing.
family duet
Yeah, do it. Why not?
with your dad playing in the background. I'm here for it.
Oh God,
I'm
Alana with her
I'm
comments,
here for it.
20 with a body of a 60-year-old. Oh, come on.
I feel you, girl. I feel you.
What do you mean? By
How you
60-year-old. Like when you sit down, right, you go,
Oh,
Thank you, Jesus. You know them sit downs.
Innit? Wow. What
Yeah,
about you
we love it. We
guys?
love it.
Are you ready for our next guest?
We are.
Well, our next
Yeah.
guest goes by the name of MOZZAIKA. She's a singer, dancer, actress, director, and a load more. Let's bring on MOZZAIKA.
Hello.
Hey, girl. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonsoir.
Oh my
How are
God,
you?
she speaks French.
Yeah, I do.
How you
I love
doing?
it. The last time I did French was secondary school, which, as we've already said, was a very, 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 very long time ago. But
Same.
I love the language. It's a beautiful
Yeah.
language.
It is.
It
It is
definitely
nice.
is. So
Yes.
tell us about yourself, MOZZAIKA, because that whole list, that roster of things that you do,
Yeah, it's a bit much.
it's long. It's long. So we know that you're a talented woman. We know that. But
Mhm.
on that list, I know all of them must be like have a special place. But what's the most what's the one that pulls at you? One that if you could do forever, you would do it.
Honestly, I need the balance. I need the balance between the three. So between music, movement, and visual and text. Actually, I need the balance between the four. Yeah, like yes, I couldn't choose, so I didn't. You know,
Okay.
I all my life people told me no, you need to choose one way, but that's why I came to UK actually to study musical theatre to try
Yeah.
to mix everything together. So yeah, no, I can't choose. I guess yeah, without music would be really, really difficult. My life would be really hard without music. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that. So you said that, and that's why you came to the UK. So let us know where you're originally from.
So I am Algerian and French. I'm mixed. So I was born in Algiers. So Algeria is in North Africa.
Yeah.
And I was born in Algiers. Then I came to France when I was young. I grew up in the south of France. And then when I got my, my A levels, I came to London to audition it, like to do auditions for the musical theatre. But then in France, I started dancing when I was 5 years old, ballet first. And then theater and music came quite quickly, like 9 years old or something.
Yeah.
So quite quickly I needed all those different things.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that you do all of that, like your character, it must be dope. And I've seen you perform, so I can testify that her character is dope. Like people that can dance, sing, do that musical theatre, all that good stuff, like they are really people that you should know. They are people that you should have in your life.
Definitely.
yeah, do you know what? When MOZZAIKA steps up on the stage, you're not expecting what comes out of her mouth.
So true. So true.
And I love the way she blends the French with the Algerian. I don't know what language is it Arabic you speak?
Arabic, yeah.
Yeah.
But Algerian is a particular dialect, but then I don't really sing it. I use more the sound, the sonorities. And then I try to use the sonorities with other languages, so also with English or Portuguese, it's more like mixing different influences.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Bilingual.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely bilingual. Definitely. No, what I love about your performance is it's such an experience. You feel like you're on a journey with you,
Cool.
and that's what I love most about it. And even though I listen to you, and I probably don't, not probably, I don't have a clue on what you're saying, but I
Mm.
feel it. I feel
Yeah.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice. That's really
I'm
nice.
excited for everybody else who's joined us today to hear you, and to hear your music.
Mhm.
You spoke a lot about of how you use the blends. So talk to us about how that came about. What made you start doing that?
Well, I guess first because I'm mixed, so I always been in different culture. So I've been surrounded by different culture from very young, from start.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of natural, and also on a more social or political angle, I think it's very important to use culture as a way to build bridges between people,
Yeah.
and that's getting the best out of different cultures. I think can create something new, like a new movement and new sound, and something where everybody can relate together, and something we all create together. So that's kind of my aim for the bigger aim, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And are we to assume that's what you also do in your movement and when you direct as well in your
Yeah.
visuals? Is that the same process? Is that the same concept?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been because so I've been traveling quite a lot, and I came to directing more videos because I wanted to travel. When with theater, you have to have one company and stay somewhere for 10 years in order to, and I needed to move around and meet different people, different culture, and different artists. And also being aware of my luck of having a French passport, and so being able to travel in a racist world where a lot of people don't have this luxury. So for me, this privilege, I found this also my duty to go and meet different people and learn. And so I did a lot of different exchanges with companies, or for example, in Ethiopia, I did an exchange with a contemporary dance company, and I was giving classes of ballet, and they were teaching me eskista, so like the traditional Ethiopian dance. And this kind of things I've done in different countries, or around movement, or around music. And the aim is to create with artists and learn from each other and create something new. I find it very exciting. Yeah, that's what I like.
So to date, what has been your most exciting thing that you've done that's allowed you to travel, or place where you've been, or culture that you've now taken under or been exposed to? What's your most memorable thing that you've done, whether it may be in music, visuals, or dance?
It's difficult to choose because there's so many good people everywhere, and beautiful everything, sound and movement, and, colors, and, but I guess the project that I've done in Brazil was amazing. That was an amazing experience, and that's the first chapter of a bigger project that actually I wrote. I wrote the structure for musical short film for UK. So this project is called Human Unboarded, and the idea is to create international visual album on the theme of borders. And yes, so it's very ambitious.
No, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Go. Tell us more. Come on.
Yeah. And so the idea is to collaborate, to create so a song first, but then it can be bigger depending on the situation. on a type of border that exists within that society, and creating this in collaboration with local artists. So going around first and talking to people, try to understand what are the priorities, what comes back in people that is an issue, and when I say borders, it can be social paradox. It doesn't have to be a physical border. It can be a lot of different. So I created the first chapter of this project in Brazil, and it was great, like amazing. I met some amazing artists. And who are my friends now. Actually, one of the videos that I just released, half of it is in Paris because we did it in lockdown. Half of it is in Paris and half of it is in Recife with some of the crew that I met for that other project. So you can check them out. Amazing. I love them so much. But they're really sick. They're the sick artists and really brave. Like, I mean, really, really brave. So that was a great experience, and now I've been trying to do this the UK chapter for 2.5 years, but I was focusing on the Yorswood Detention Center. I don't know if you heard about it. So the idea was to create this in order to support the campaign to shut down detention centers, and so I think the fact that it's critical towards the Home Office was quite difficult to find grants and money.
They're not going to be giving that to you freely.
Weird. So I've been struggling, but I'm still on it, like, because I really want to create this project, and I already know which artists to work with, and so I'm planning on finding the money and come back to London to do that. That would be good.
Question, MOZZAIKA, do you have a website where we can find all this information on what you're doing?
Yes. It's a website, MOZZAIKA.
Perfect. That was so easy. That was so easy. That was so easy. You'll get one of the in the tech to bring that up so everyone can see and have a visual on what you've been doing. I'm interested in how you come up with these beautiful ideas and concepts, and then like the process from mind and thought to then actual execution and getting in contact with people. Like, where does that stem from? Is that part of your upbringing, your culture? Is it what you believe in? Like, what goes on in your mind for you to birth these ideas?
I think it's my upbringing first, because my parents are weirdos.
Sorry?
No. I mean that it's my upbringing. You know, like to be curious and to go towards people is something that I've been taught from a very young age. The fact that no one will do it for you, that you need to go for what you believe, that you need to chase your dream, don't let anybody get you down. And then I guess the more social aspect also comes from my background that is very political. And so I guess the notion of injustice is something that I'm very sensitive to. Like any kind of injustice is something that I'm interested in fighting against, and learning more also, and learning also about my own privileges, as well as teaching those who have privileges and don't see it. Like so that's something very strong for me. I guess also is the fact that the fact that I'm mixed, the fact that I've been able to get out of Algeria when it was in a very difficult situation where it was a civil war, and the fact of having this paper, it was not deserved. I understood from a very young age that I could go and some couldn't, and I don't deserve more than them. So this is unfair. The situation here is unfair. So I guess that always been one of my motor. Oh shit! I'm losing. It's not battery, I guess, or like one of the things that keeps me up,
that charges you, that motivates you.
Is this thriving for social justice and for equality between all human beings, and using what I have, which is art. And using art, I believe, is the way that you can truly touch souls, and every souls, because it's universal, regardless of the language, the culture, like sound, the movement, like this things that we all human can relate. So so that's what I'm trying to do.
No, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. We will get some more into it, but we want to hear you sing.
Okay.
We want to see a performance. Guys, get ready. If you've got seatbelts on your sofa, put them on.
I'm gonna do maybe I start with one a cappella.
Perfect.
Amazing.
And that's a new one.
We like new.
Exclusive.
Alors maybe I should go. Maybe I'm gonna go up. Well, no, let's try like this. So usually I'm standing up. Okay. Sorry. I guess to me it's the loneliness, facing the absurd leaves me restless. They all call me the foreigner. I'll be the eternal outsider. In your boxes I take mixed. Other than what? Other than whom? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Here I am left again, only to exist through you. What if I don't? What if I don't want my existence to be defined by someone else's? What if I don't? What if I don't want my existence to be defined by someone else's? Here I am left again, only to exist through you, through the illusions they made of you. Sitting between the lines, I'm overwhelmed by all the lies. Sitting between the lines, I'm overwhelmed by all the lies. In your boxes I take mixed. Other than what? Other than whom? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? When whites say we are, step aside. When blacks say us, they don't see me. When whites say we are, step aside. When blacks say us, they don't see me. In your boxes I take mixed. Other than what? Other than whom? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? That was the first song.
Wow. Wow. Do you know what, Mosaica? Just in case everybody wasn't able to hear all the lyrics, because I was listening carefully, but talk to the people about that a cappella piece, where it came from, what you're talking about, what it speaks on, because I don't know if people at home really caught what she was
The
talking
message,
about.
yeah.
And I really want people to hear what
Could
the
you hear
message
me
was.
well though?
Yeah, we could hear you well,
no.
but you know, because I for a minute got lost in your voice, the sounds of your voice. You know, sometimes you lose what the words are saying. But when I came back and I was listening deeper, and I thought, wait, are people catching this message?
Yeah, so it's about this British obsession of putting people in boxes, and mine, I don't have mine, you know. And like it's a yeah, I think it's very narrowed. It's very focused also on colonized people by a British Empire, and also it's very black and white. The whole narrative in England is black and white, and when you from, because like my dad is brown, so I guess when you're from the brown people, like for me it's very like it doesn't make any sense. There is something that I found it's a strategy. It's actually a strategy to first I believe to detach Afro descendants from Africa, and yeah, like, so that's something that I'm fighting against.
Definitely.
And the fact that I didn't find any representation, well, in general, but in England even more. Also because people are very ignorant of countries that haven't been colonized by England. So, and that's very, very frustrating. It's so frustrating. And so yeah, so I guess this song is about pointing out this absurdity of having to take mixed other as if one of my parents was an alien, or like, what the fuck you mean? Like, that's
I always tick that box too.
Yeah, innit?
I just prefer not to say it, or just say
also.
Other,
yeah. I mean, it's weird, and I don't really see how important. I mean, if you have particular diseases that come genetically, I understand that, but then just say that in your family you have those diseases. You don't just putting people in those things that makes no sense. I find it's just it's in order to categorize and to
divide and conquer.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's there for. Guys, I hope you caught that message. That is a beautiful message. And I think just speaking to you about the other places you've been, the other cultures that you've entwined with, I feel like you are perfect to speak on that message because you've been other places. Do you feel like it's the same in other places, in other countries? Because you said specifically British in Britain, which means that you've experienced other things in other places.
It's I think it's it's no, there is different for me there is parallels in the strategies of the empires, but they're not the same. They're not quite similar. So in France is different, and something that was quite interesting for me is the fact that in France, my community, like the North African people, are very targeted. Like there's a lot of racism against us. And when I came to England, that completely disappeared. I became like to people French, and then I was like not an Algerian, and then blank. They have no fucking clue where that is, you know. but at least there's no racist narrative behind it. So and also because I'm fair skinned, so like I felt this very like weird transition where I in my upbringing I have the there's a lot of similarity with a lot of people from different countries in Africa, also Middle East, but mainly Africa. And when I came to England, I was looking for the African places, also like gigs and stuff. But I could see like it took quite a while for me to be accepted in African communities in England, because they which I understand. I understand where that comes, but so there is differences in the strategy, and I found something that I really clocked last year. Now I'm gonna go in. I hope I don't.
Please do.
Go in, girl. You go in, girl.
But I found something something in England, like in Britain, something that the fact of calling every Afro-descendant Black people is the same that in France calling all North African people Arabs. And I think this is a strategy to take us out of our land and our cultural heritage. And so although it's made slightly differently, and it's a lot more hypocritical in England, but it's still very much present. I found it quite interesting to see those differences. But then, like this is everywhere in Brazil also. Like also in Brazil, it was people, when I was telling them that I was coming from North Africa. I could see in their head, but you're white, but you're white.
Yeah,
but you're white.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, there is a minority of white people in North Africa. We exist. So, but I guess it's just all the different colonialist narrative that we need to fight against, and in both ways. Like to be European, it doesn't mean you have a skin color. To be African doesn't mean you have a skin color. To be Asian, like, this is we need to get rid of this colorism, which is just pain.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
We are all one at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
We are we're ready to see your next performance. Yes. Alors.
So because you said, Cindy, you said that you like the other one, the Work for God. Which one? I can do both, or I can do one or the other. What do you reckon?
I mean, if you're saying both, I mean, the stage is yours.
Do you have time? We have time for that.
Yeah, we got time.
Okay. Cool. Then maybe I'll start by the soft one. So I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say it, but I guess Stoners, that's your time. I don't know. Okay. Oh, sorry. Encore combien de coups, encore combien de larmes. La vie martèle la mort et n'épate pas mon âme. C'est au-delà de tout que je trouve mon salut. Une paix bien méritée où les normes ne sont plus. Pas de règles, pas de but. Seul l'amour, le conflit et l'amour. Seul l'amour et la fuite et l'amour. For I long as the chorus lasts, free. For as long as the chorus free, 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 free. Encore combien d'échappes, encore combien d'obstacles pour que porte ma voix prisonnière d'un oracle. Quand les sons des passants, les frissons assaillent un corps de marbre, c'est dans la vibration que cède la pierre que par l'âme les douces caresses du son. Souffle sur nos plaies profondes, nos carapaces se mufont et se laissent émouvoir l'érosion de l'ego. Érosion de l'ego. Érosion de l'ego. Érosion de l'ego. For as long as the chorus free. As long as the chorus
Yeah.
I love it.
The way you held on to that note, damn girl.
And yeah.
Cool. You could hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well.
Mwah.
Mhm.
Literally.
This one is a love letter to music.
Mm.
So it's about how you find freedom in music. So basically what we were talking about before.
Definitely. Do you know what we'll do is we'll go straight into your next one.
Okay, cool.
We'll
Let's
go.
do it. This one is about sacralization of work.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's called
Wanna
Work for
hear
God.
this one?
Okay, I hope it's the good instrumental.
Do you want to introduce the song?
Is that yeah? That's okay. Good for you. I ain't down for this. I wasn't made for this. Stop pushing it on me. Don't want to wake up half asleep, stand on my feet, till this soul for me to see my sweat spin if it ripped off my bones. I ain't down for this. I wasn't made for this. I won't answer to no orders. Your game is rigged, the rules are lies. You said it's fake, fuck you and your borders. When what became a religion? Well, the slaves believed they're free. When what became a religion? Au temple du capital, l'écran substance exutoire. Les gens comme du bétail se pressent à l'abattoir. L'argent pour seule prière, le confort, un cancer, leur corps en offrande. Les pauvres payent l'amende. Esclaves de la croissance au crépuscule du nouvel ère. Les bras en croix, les mains en l'air et les deux pieds dans la mer. L'esprit meurtri, l'aime en lambeaux. Espoir peut-il rêver de Solto? Pas tant de rêver pour ceux qui suivent leur douleur, suivent dans leur silence. Leur souffrance crâne, la lutte des classes, la lutte des races, la lutte des genres, la division comme âme de masse, la destruction sans état de grâce. Mais l'être humain n'est pas rentable. Non, l'être humain n'est pas rentable. Élevé dans la compète d'autopromotion, en pression constante, forcé de constater qu'on s'en sort pas du tout. Les uns sans les autres, on finit tous tout seuls, serfs, salariés, précarité pour seul droit, mais endettés, morts sous contrat. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it. Feudal corporation. When we became a religion, well, the Sphinx believed they're free. When we became a religion, let our flesh be crushed by the quest of numbers. Let our strength steam out, soul plunder. Soul plunder. Let our flesh be crushed by the quest of numbers. Let our strength steam out, soul plunder. Soul plunder. When I became a religion, when I became a religion, when I became a religion, soul plunder. Et l'être humain n'est pas rentable, non l'être humain n'est pas rentable, non l'être humain n'est pas rentable, être humain race de lâche, être humain ne lâche rien. Être humain, race de lâche. Être humain ne lâche rien. Être humain ne lâche rien. Être humain ne lâche rien. Don't let our flesh be crushed by the quest of numbers. Don't let our strength steam out, so plunder. So
Listen, that track there, yeah.
yeah. Actually, I'm doing I'm writing the video now for that.
Yes.
Oh
And
my
it's
God, I can't wait to
yeah.
see the video. MOZZAIKA. No, this tune's it's an infusion. It's so nice.
Sorry,
I love it.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
an infusion. You've got rapping
Yeah.
in there. You're singing different languages. Like what?
Amazing.
Mind
Like,
blowing.
mind blowing.
Yeah. And I pumped that tune out, and the bass, All I'm saying is,
hear it.
guys, turn it up. Don't make it
Mm.
distorted. Appreciate the sound. Like just.
Wait.
Actually,
Where
both
can we
beats are from them drums. Actually, I didn't mention, but yeah, both beats are from a producer, them drums that you know.
Yeah.
Big up them drums.
Hey, them drums.
Big up yourself, man. That's a bad beat.
Guys, if you are not currently following MOZZAIKA on Spotify, go ahead. Do it right now. Go do it right now. Go follow her.
Insta. So
And
yeah.
you'll be able to hear the tracks that she performed tonight. And don't forget, guys, all the tracks that are performed, as long as they're on Spotify, they'll be on our playlist, the Total Exposure playlist. So if you want to keep up with MOZZAIKA and her music, go follow her on Spotify. But you can also follow Total Exposure UK on Spotify. And she will be added into our playlist. Oh no, it's been so dope speaking to you, Mosaica. Like, just hearing everything from your projects, hearing your voice, your music. The fact that it has something, it stands for something, and not even just your music. Everything you do, the visuals, the dance, the theatre, everything has a purpose. It has a meaning. It's there to help others. It's there to collaborate with others, and I just think that's a beautiful thing. So keep doing what you're doing. We need more people like you in the world.
Thank you.
So
That's so
Queen.
sweet.
and I can't.
Thank you
I
so
can't
much.
wait to see you perform again. Like, I'm so
Yeah.
excited to
Wait,
perform again.
wasn't it 2019 we last saw you perform live? No.
Yeah.
Oh my
with the band,
God.
with the live band freestyle.
That was like 2 years ago, guys. That's
Nearly.
yeah.
Nearly.
Make it
Basically.
happen again.
Don't worry, soon come.
Soon. I might be coming to London in August. I might do a gig or well, let's see. I don't know. It's not confirmed, so let's see.
Well, let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
we are
let's
doing
do
a project with Shingi. Do you know Shingi?
Yes, Shanghai.
Yeah. We're doing a project together. So that's kind of the next thing coming.
That's
So
gonna be so.
Yeah.
That's gonna be mad.
Ooh.
Oh Lord! You guys better keep up to date with the Mosaica, guys, because she's about to stir the pot a little bit, boy.
Well, definitely
gonna
let
be
us
good.
know when you're back in the UK, because we would
I
love
will.
to have you back on our show,
Definitely.
our shows again, 100%. Guys, if you're not already following Mosaica, go ahead. Her details are right there below. Instagram at Mosaica_0. You can also go and check out her website as well, and keep up to date with everything that she's doing. Thank you once again, Queen.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. It's been lovely. And I hope next time is live. And then we can
Thank you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank
No, thank you. Keep doing what you're doing, and we hope to see you soon.
you. Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck with everything and the new season. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
you.
And thank you for your time. Literally, thank you for your time.
Thank you. For you.
Guys, don't forget, if this is the first time you've been with us, or if not, and you're watching this video and you haven't liked it yet, go ahead and like it right now. Click that like button. What are you waiting for? Click that button.
Click
Subscribe
it.
to the Total Exposure UK YouTube channel to keep up to date with all of our other videos. And if you want to go back and see what else we've been up to, go ahead, take some time, get a drink, cup of tea.
Well, listen to it in the background while you're cleaning the skirting boards, yeah?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, or while you're vibing on a Sunday. Yeah, while you're cooking,
Cooking that
making
meal.
breakfast,
or making
taking the
that
kids to school in the morning, put it on. Like, just put it on.
Yeah.
Put it on. It's worth it. We want to see you right back here next week, Thursday, 9 p.m. We are here every single Thursday, 9 p.m. Click the notification bell so that you can keep up with all of our notifications. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Spotify, YouTube, Total Exposure UK.
All right. You let the dog out.
I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. He said, "Yeah, that's right. You guys better get that stuff."
He agrees.
Thank you so
We're
much.
going to be putting out questions on our Instagram, so make sure you get interactive with us.
Get involved,
So,
guys.
yeah,
Get
so we
involved.
can have your opinions and what you want to see, what you like, what you didn't like, and your opinions
What
on
content you want to see?
Yeah, let us know about the content, especially because we'll give that to you. So just tell us. Tell us.
Yeah. We want to see Gemma do a live brunch. Brunch with Gemma.
Is that a challenge?
Oh,
Yeah, brunch with Gemma. We want to see a live brunch. That would
guys,
be
can we
dope.
do a mukbang, please and thanks?
What's my brunch?
I mean,
Why not? Why that
why
seems like
not?
a dope idea. Why not?
Come on.
We can make it happen.
Listen, one more thing. Big up LEAH and big up MOZZAIKA again for coming and sharing their time with us and their story and their music. Make sure you're following both of them on social media.
Yeah. And if you are an artist or a creative, hit us up on our socials or email us at info@totalexposureuk.com. Go ahead, girl.
And
you can catch us in the next coming weeks on Twitch for the after party, where DJ Butch Cassidy will be shelling it down with the DJ set, dropping them exclusives. What's hot in the streets?
You get me? All right, guys, it's been amazing tonight. Thank you to everyone that's locked in.
Thank you. And we will see you next week. We out. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.